The Marist Brothers educate nearly 700,000 children and youth in over 80 countries. The congregation's leaders and guest speakers gathered for a conference on child protection earlier this year at their general house in Rome. Their aim is to continue to raise awareness on the issue.
What we are doing is not anything out of this world. I think it's both in line with the charism of our institute, of the Marist Brothers, and in line with the charism of our founder, Champagne himself. I think if you go back to the history of the institute, his first experience at school was a major physical abuse that took place, where the young boy was beaten by an ex-soldier who was a teacher.
From what I've seen, the Marist Brothers have taken it very seriously, not only to develop protocols and guidelines, but also to change the attitude, because as all of us know, having a paper written and approved doesn't mean that things change actually. So you have to work coming from the mind level, also going to the heart level and to the action level. I think the Marist Brothers, what I've seen, what I've heard, what I've witnessed when I was invited to their conference, I saw that there are many people who are really engaged. I saw the general leadership team very much interested to move on with this, and I hope very much that we can work together with the Marist Brothers, for example, in setting up in their academic and educational institutions some sort of cooperation partners for our e-learning program. We have already one brother who is doing our diploma course, a one-semester residential diploma course, who can then become a safeguarding officer for a region, for a province, or maybe also for the whole congregation. And maybe we can also work out a plan where we would have a sort of multi-level cooperation, the e-learning program on prevention, the diploma course, and some collaboration also in the research programs that we have running at the moment.
I have just completed the diploma course in safeguarding of minors. When I return back to the province, I would like to work with the Commission to make sure that we have put to task all our Marist institutions that we have child protection policies in place, and not only as documents, but we make sure that the teaching and non-teaching staff, they are trained. The children are also conscientized that these instruments exist within the Marist institutions, so that we create a better and safer place for children who are in our care.
FMSI is an NGO within the Marist Institute. It's in charge of promoting children's rights and has offices in Europe and in Latin America. In Geneva, it presents its findings to the Human Rights Council and to UN committees that deal with these issues.
Bueno, básicamente es un trabajo triple. En primer lugar, estamos en contacto con las provincias, con los delegados que hay en las provincias sobre protección de niños y, bueno, dos tipos de delegados. Unos que son delegados de derechos de niños y otros que son delegados de la protección de los niños. Trabajamos con ellos conjuntamente. Otro tipo de trabajo el que hacemos es estar en contacto con otras ONGs y a la vez formar redes con esas ONGs en Ginebra con la finalidad de presentar y trabajar informes a Naciones Unidas. Y el tercer aspecto del trabajo que realizamos es pues la presentación de estos informes.
In the United States, the Marist Brothers are also working hard to safeguard children. There, they have a victim abuse coordinator.
We have an education policy where the brothers have to, every 3 years, have a bit of a course in updating on this whole area. Then we have, they have to sign a contract saying that I have read and will abide by the province policy. What else on the local level? The provincial deals with the abusing brother, and we have an investigator to try to establish credibility or lack of credibility of the allegation. And if the brother is found guilty, one set of criteria are met, and then not guilty another.
We will never be able to exclude it completely. This is a sort of an illusion, but we can do as much as is in our possibilities in terms of reflection, in terms of action, in terms of also implementation of what has been written, so that people feel safe and young people can really grow up to the best of their potentials.
Estamos preparándonos para el bicentenario de nuestra congregación y creo que como joven, como laica, como mujer, este nuevo comienzo trae muchas cosas lindas. Se están no solo pensando, sino soñando y poniendo el corazón para que estas nuevas tierras, salir con María deprisa, no sea solo palabras, que se hagan cosas concretas.
El reto fundamental es concienciar a los que están en nuestro entorno, los que trabajan con nosotros, de que los niños son personas pequeñas, no son niños. Es decir, que tienen sus derechos y que ellos son titulares de sus propios derechos, y a la vez que los tenemos que empoderar para que puedan ejercer libremente esos derechos.